what is the quickest, the simplest, and the most efficient way to get started with Colourpuncture? There are several questions that people who just interested in Colourpuncture, who just started learning Colourpuncture ask, and this is one of them. How to get started the best so you can feel what Colourpuncture can do for you straight away. Most people start with taking one of the trainings in Colourpuncture or buying a book, and this is obvious choice. However, there are different ways to start, and I would like you to introduce the way which is, from my point of view, is the easiest and the best, because it will be all about you. It will be focused on you from the very beginning, so you will see what Colourpuncture can do for you straight away. So there are several steps. Step number one is you invest in your Colourpuncture Colourpuncture light set. We have flat focus for surface treatments, for reflex zone, for dream zones. We have point sort of instrument for treating acupuncture points, specific Colourpuncture points, and different points on the body, different points in microsystems such as the ears, for example. So we have another tool which is combined both, which is called Combi tool, if you would like both. And if you want to know which one will work for you in particular, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm offering free consultations. I will be more than happy to connect and advise you from my experience from on which tool will be the best for you. So step number one, you invest in your Colourpuncture tool. Step number two, you focus on a particular problem you would like to resolve. It could be physical problem, your headaches, your stomach aches, your any kind of pains and aches, or simply insufficient energy, low energy levels, problem with periods, problem with menopause, all sorts of things, physical problem. It could be emotional problem. It could be persistent, chronic, very troublesome emotions such as grief or anger or fear. It could be psychological sort of situation which you're not happy about, relationship problems, boundaries problems, or it could be spiritual quest. You just want to get closer to who you are, and you would like to really discover what this lifetime is about. Colourpuncture can help with that as well. So you focus on this problem, and then you choose a treatment which will take about 5 minutes a day to complete. So it will be up to 10 points. Again, on this point, please do connect with me. I'm happy to advise. This is absolutely free. I will give you a consultation. I will suggest a point combination which will work for you in particular. And then you repeat this combination for this 5 minutes a day for several weeks. And then you will see what Colourpuncture can do for you. You will experience the benefits straight away without taking any training. If in the future you will take, and I'm sure you will, because as soon as you discover what Colourpuncture can do for you, you will be tempted to try more specific training or maybe more broader training so you can help other people with Colourpuncture, maybe your family, maybe you are already a therapist and you would like to enrich your clinic with Colourpuncture. So when your next training will be not seeing you as a total novice, you will know already what Colourpuncture is, how to hold your Colourpuncture, how to switch it on, how to switch it off, how to change the batteries, how to give yourself simple points. And most importantly, you will feel what Colourpuncture can do for you. So next step will be to basically just do it. And while you are doing this treatment, you need to really focus on what you're doing. I find it's really helpful to focus on the name of acupuncture points you're using, on the name of dream zones you're using, on the name of reflex zones, and so on. Sometimes on the names of the treatment. So, for example, there is a treatment called icebreaker. There is a treatment called abundance and boundaries. There is a zone of self. There is a zone of relationship. So very often the name contains already a focus for this. And for different people, the same words will have different associations. So it's best to tune in and see what this name means for you specifically. And so after you've done this for a while, then you can journal on it, you can do further dream work, you can really focus on what Colourpuncture does for you, what you felt during the treatment, how you feel the first 24, 48 hours after the treatment. This is very important window of time, and how you generally change as you go along with your several weeks treatments. How do you feel physically, emotionally? How do you relate to people? How do you wake up in the morning? how calm you are when you go to bed at night, how soundly you sleep, and so on. So you start observing yourself. And then obviously you just need to translate your insights. If this is more psychological, emotional, spiritual kind of treatment or therapy, you need to translate it into your daily life. What you're going to do with that? How you can create new habits, how you can create new activities in your life with that. If this is a physical problems that you're dealing with, then there will be some resolution to this problem. And you're basically aiming for a very long and stable remission with that. And then obviously you will need to see which changes you can make, lifestyle changes, which better habit, purely health wise, you can pick up to support this remission, which Colourpuncture can give you. So this is in a nutshell what is the best way. Why it is important to repeat the same treatment, the same combination for quite a long time. Because part of how Colourpuncture works and all meridian therapies work, acupuncture, acupressure, reflex zone therapy, how it works is tapping into what is called neuroplasticity principle. When we repeat some behavior very, very often, and it goes for psychological behavior, it goes for therapy, but with therapy is much quicker, especially with Colourpuncture. When we repeat it in new behavior, we are forming new neuronal pathways in our brain, and when reinforced, this will be a new option, this will be a new behavior. In terms of physical diseases, this will be when you treat it with Colourpuncture, this will be how you optimize the work of a particular organ or organ system. So, for example, if fear is a problem, you do your fear treatment. There is a fear treatment, kidney bladder based, and everything to support kidney bladder. You work on it for quite a long time, and then you see how it works. How you can both your probably you have urination problems, because very often we either have profuse urination with kidney bladder problems, or we have scanty urination, or we can have night sweats. All this relates to kidney. We can have low energy. We can have, all this kind of things which goes with kidney bladder. So, for example, for kidney bladder, how you would like to create lifestyle changes which will support your remission is you go kidneys, bladder, for example, it's like rules, boundaries, and repetition. So, kidney, bladder, in natural life, nature, kidney bladder system thrives on natural living conditions and on rhythm. So, meaning that you wake up in a particular time, you go to bed in a particular time, you plan your meals, and so on. You wear natural clothes, you don't wear synthetic, this kind of thing. So, this is a simple lifestyle changes you can make. So, neuroplasticity as such takes a long time to develop. However, Colourpuncture is a very special therapy in this regard. Not only this is one of the meridian therapy, and same as acupuncture and acupressure, it will help you in this sense, speeding up the whole process of building up neuroplasticity situation. But also, it's a very synergetic therapy. It combines different principles. So we treat acupuncture network, acupuncture meridians, we do reflex zones, different reflex zone therapies. We do several microsystems in Colourpuncture. We do several things which help and tap into each other. And so with Colourpuncture, what I can see is the results are much, much quicker. I also do acupuncture, and don't get me wrong, I respect my acupuncture. And if there is some sort of acute situations, for example, acute cold, I would probably reach for the needle rather than for light now at the moment, because there was a moment of time when Colourpuncture actually healed my chronic colds and this kind of conditions, and it was absolutely necessary step. Without that, I wouldn't be able to do anything else now. However, if you want to build a sustainable health, if you want your remission to last longer, then Colourpuncture is the best. It's just how it works. So, if there are any questions, please do ask, and otherwise, just try. Connect with me. I will provide you with a free protocol. If you need advice on which products you would need, please connect again, because they're both good. Combi is good because it's most cost-effective way. But certain people will have a certain attunement to one of those devices. I started with this, and then I invested in Combi, and I was so glad because I now use my flat focus more than ever. I still use this because obviously, as I said, for microsystem, it's absolutely invaluable working on the face, but I'm using both now. So I'm not so biased towards this particular one. Please connect. Any questions, ask. But this is a premise. This is how you best can start. Simple. Less is more. Don't ask too many questions in one moment of time. Let your body and mind focus on one question at a time you would like to resolve, and then you will see results. Then you will see what Colourpuncture can do for you firsthand.